Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've got something a little bit different again for you guys today. I am going to interview the interviewer. I'm up at Gary the Gear's garage in cold Saskatchewan to do again, like I said, an interview of the interview. Gary runs around, does interviews of guys with garages and cars and shops, and he does a lot of stuff at car shows and coffee walks, stuff like that, cars and coffee. So I thought it was fitting for me to come up and interview Gary. So without any further ado, we'll get this video going. So guys, like I said, we're up here with Gary the Gear and his 1968 Chevelle and in his shop. So Gary, you interview lots of people, and
yeah.
Like I said, it's time for me to interview you.
Well, thanks for coming to visit me.
Yeah, and your videos are very entertaining, I must say.
Well, thank you.
And you got a lot of cool car guys you talk to up here. We won't disclose a location to anybody. We know he lives in Saskatchewan, but you know, we kind of like to keep these things a little bit private, or
yeah,
you know,
we're okay with saying Saskatoon.
Yeah, Saskatoon. So we're good with Saskatoon, and
yeah.
I'm okay with saying that I made the drive from Moose Jaw to come up and do this interview with Gary, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his cool ride here. I first met Gary last September at a Cars and Coffee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we kind of got talking about our YouTube channels, and yeah, I mean, we've kind of hit it off really cool as car guys.
Yeah.
I consider him you know, only known each other for 6-7 months, but I consider him a pretty good friend, you know, through YouTube. And I'm able to spend some time with him here today, and he's going to give us a little walk around of his car. And Gary, I'll leave it up to you here.
Yeah, one thing I want to say is for all you viewers out there, Mike made a 3-hour drive in 27-degree weather to come here and video this today. So you gotta kind of give that guy a like and a subscribe and hit the notifications, because he had made a 3-hour drive. That works out to about, what, 16 degrees Fahrenheit?
Correct.
For all those people that are south of the border watching. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that YouTubers do to bring nice content for you guys. So yeah, give him some love and like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, we appreciate that. And yeah, having a YouTube channel, we otherwise probably wouldn't have met each other. I've been really grateful. I feel blessed to, now that I have this channel, I've met a lot of different people like yourself. I've made friends with you, and I've got friends in the UK. I've got friends in the States that comment constantly on the channel, so it's really kind of a cool thing. Anyway, yeah, getting to this thing. So this is my 68 Chevelle. Now this is basically a clone or a tribute, whatever you want to call it. It started life as a 13637 car, so this car was a Malibu Sport Coupe. So it come with buckets and a console,
right,
like you see it here today. But there has been some changes in the car. So originally, this car came from an area called Rosetown, Saskatchewan, and it disappeared for about 20 years. And it was stuck in a Quonset or a barn. It was separated from its chassis, and it was all torn apart in pieces. And a local fellow in Rosetown, Saskatchewan, he had found this car, and he bought it and reassembled it, and he did a quickie paint job on it. He painted it this silver, and then I came along and bought the car from him, and I've made several changes to the car. Now, like I say, it is a tribute or a clone. It's not an actual 138 car. The Chevelles actually in '68 were really easy to identify, especially the Canadian models. On the VIN tag, I can just show you here. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but the VIN tag on here starts with a 13637. So that signifies this is just a Malibu Sport Coupe. Now when I bought it from the fella that had it in Rosetown, like I say, he did a quickie paint job on it, and he had some things kind of halfway cloned. He had a couple of the badges on it, and he has an SS dash in that car. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to do my research. I should probably send away to Vintage Vehicle Services. I certainly recommend people doing that.
Right, I've done that with mine too.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. It's like $150 or something, and they'll give you the full lowdown on your car. So I have to be honest, I have not done that yet. So I can tell you this was a Malibu Sport Coupe. It started life with a 307 2-speed power glide, and today it has a big block, which I felt was, you know, proper to make this a proper clone. So this is a GM crate engine. It's a 454 HO. They're rated at 438 horsepower, and behind it is a turbo 400 transmission with some TCI components. It's got some trickery involved in there. I had a local buddy build that for me, and it does have a 12-bolt differential, which as of this winter I actually put a posi carrier in.
That's
there.
right.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I was really happy to kind of complete that SS package. So I did some other things with the stripe package I put on here. I finished all the trim on the car, and all the things to kind of complete the whole clone process.
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking car, Gary.
Well, thank you.
And you say, what color is this?
I don't know if this is actual. Like I say, this was painted in a garage by a fella in Rosetown. I'm guessing this is the Cortez silver that they would have used, back in '68, but I can't honestly say for sure that's what it is. I did black out the lower portion here. I actually had a little bit of a rust issue on the bottom that I wanted to deal with, so I welded in new metal, and I knew I probably wasn't going to be able to, match this color, not knowing exactly what it is. So I did go with the semi-gloss black, it's called. Which is what they did in '68, so I was lucky that I was able to do that, and it ended up all underneath this trim line. Other things I've done is Malibu's, all the trim on this bottom portion actually stops right here. Now on the back here, the SS's were the only ones that had this trim portion in the back, so I've had to do that. And yeah, I mean, the car is just it's kind of a nice driver. It's something I have a lot of fun with this thing in the summertime.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a beautiful looking car, Gary, and as car guys, we're glad you've turned it into a clone day 2 car. It looks fantastic.
Well, thank you.
And again, it one of them cars that was saved from the crusher.
Yeah.
A lot of guys took these cars and drove the you-know-whats out of them, and
yeah.
And then they ended up as flower pots, and then turned to rust. So again, a beautiful survivor car, no matter what it started out to be.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Gary's done a fantastic job.
Whatever you have as a car, I mean, my vision for this car was a day 2 clone. But anybody, it doesn't matter what you drive, if you're saving on an old car, and it doesn't matter what your vision, I certainly recommend you do whatever you want with your car. That's yours to, you're going to make a lot of memories with that thing. That's part of what makes these things so fun, is all the memories we make with them. So whatever that car means to you is what you should do with it, is what I'm saying. Some people like the LS's, some people like whatever. Like there's so many options now, so many things you can do with these things. I kind of like the stock SS look, and this one, yeah, it's a clone, but I'm okay with that.
It's a clone, but it's a nice ride. And then again, we're in, like I said, we're in Gary's garage, and he's got a little bit of memorabilia, like most of us car guys have.
Yeah, some of the cars I've built in this garage.
Right.
So there's 3 of them on the wall there. There were 2 of them were frame off deals. Just built in my little 24 by 24 garage, my tiny little shop. And it just goes to show that you can do stuff like that and not need a 10,000 square foot shop in order to do it.
Well, us guys in Saskatchewan have 6-7 months of ugly weather sometimes, and we have lots of time to spend in our shops and build cars in the winter time and collect stuff. Gary's got a nice, well done collection of stuff.
Yeah, a little bit of stuff.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Not as much as some of my buddies. They collect big on oil cans and gas and auto. There's huge collections out there. I've videoed a couple of them.
Yeah.
This is just enough for me. That I'm happy, and I'm working in a small space. So not only does this garage have maybe some, some neat trickery in here, but it also has to be functional. I got to be able to do stuff in here because it's the only garage I got to work with. So
no, it's been real good to come up here and do this interview. Again, you guys, you got to check out Gary's channel. There's links at the bottom of my YouTube page here that has links to Gary's channel. Go back and look at some of his interviews he's done with guys. You can see some fantastic oil can collections and gas pump collections and car collections, and so he's got some buddies up here or around the area that have phenomenal stuff, phenomenal guys, and the work they do, and tons of talent. I just can't believe the talent some of these guys have. All of us probably have some hidden talent somewhere, and YouTube's made that available for us guys to kind of enjoy. And once again, I gotta thank Gary for letting me come up here and do this interview and a little walk around his car. You guys, you gotta like, share, and subscribe on Gary's channel. It only helps us guys grow our channels so we can bring you more content and get us kind of guys together, and when we meet each other, say hi and have a coffee, and we're not strangers.
This social media thing really opens up a big world of, so I made, like I say, a lot of friends like yourself with this YouTube channel and your YouTube channel, and there's so much talent and neat things to share here in Saskatchewan. It's just, it's an overwhelm. I don't think either one of us are going to ever run out of content.
No.
There's so many neat cars and neat people. So
you bet.
Thanks for coming down to visit me, Mike. I'm just honored to be on your channel.
My pleasure, Gary. It was, just let me do this. Again, you guys, it's interviewing the interviewer. Gary does some really cool interviews with these guys, and you guys got to check them out. So once again, guys, thanks for watching, and you guys like, share, and subscribe to both Gary's channel and mine, and we'll see you guys on the next one, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
later. Bye.